Phrasal verbs are fascinating little creatures in the English language. They consist of a verb combined with one or two particles, which can completely change the meaning of the original verb. For example, take the verb look. When you say look up, it means to search for information, like looking up a word in the dictionary. But if you say look after, it means to take care of someone or something. Just a couple of small words can shift the entire meaning. Now, let's dive into the concept of separable and inseparable phrasal verbs. Separable phrasal verbs allow you to place the object between the verb and the particle. For instance, with turn off, you can say, please turn off the lights, or you can separate it, please turn the lights off. Both are correct, but in spoken English, we often prefer the separation. It sounds more natural and fluid. On the other hand, we have inseparable phrasal verbs, which don't allow for that separation. A classic example is run into, meaning to unexpectedly meet someone. You can't say, I ran John into, it just doesn't work. You must say, I ran into John. This distinction is crucial for clarity in communication. Let's explore some more examples. Consider give up. This is a separable phrasal verb. You can say, I gave up smoking, or I gave smoking up. Both are acceptable, but again, the first is more common. In contrast, come across, meaning to find something by chance, is inseparable. You would say, I came across an old photo, not I came an old photo across. Another interesting aspect is the placement of objects in separable phrasal verbs. If the object is a pronoun, it must go between the verb and the particle. For instance, instead of saying, please turn off the TV, you would say, please turn it off. This rule helps keep our sentences clear and concise. Let's not forget about the nuances of meaning. Some phrasal verbs can have multiple meanings based on context. For example, take off can mean to remove something, like take off your shoes, or it can refer to an airplane leaving the ground. Context is key to understanding which meaning is intended. To wrap up this exploration of phrasal verbs, remember that they are not just a quirky part of English, they are essential for sounding natural and fluent. Practice using them in your daily conversations, and soon enough, you'll find them rolling off your tongue with ease. The more you engage with them, the more comfortable you'll become. So, keep an ear out for these little gems in your everyday interactions and watch your English skills soar.